We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with another segment of Let's Talk About It. I'm your host, Bethel, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Tammy, Moni, and Sandra. Atia could not be here. As you all know, she is away on business. But yes, today is a really good topic. I mean, I say that about all the topics. But this one is good. I want to say it's good also. Okay. So we want to talk about the happiness of our partners. How much of the relationship is built on your partner making you happy? Is it a certain amount of happiness we should actually have already? Mm-hmm. Or are we dependent on this person to make us fully and completely happy? We'll be back with this in a minute, audience. Back in a moment. And we're back. So audience, how much do you depend on your partner to make you happy? Is it totally and completely? Or do you feel like some of the happiness, you should already embody a lot of the happiness without your partner? And your partner's adding to your happiness is just an extra, it's just a bonus. You know, how do you feel about that? I want to say for me, I'm looking for someone that is equally yoked for me. Mm-hmm. So, no, I don't. Well, me, myself, I'm not a clingy person. It depends on the person themselves, too. Some people have to be around each other at all times. Mm-hmm. And then some people, you know, some people have to call 3-4 times a day. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not that person. I'm that person that if I don't talk to you for a couple days, I'm good. You know, I'm that person that I don't need to be up underneath you all the time because I have things to do and I'm busy. Right. So it depends on the person. Mm-hmm. I think the less a person has to do, the more they'll be dependent on their partner. Mm-hmm. For everything, happiness and fulfillment and all of these other things. Mm-hmm. That's why they say, like, why don't you get yourself something to do? Don't be so, you know. So I don't know, ladies. What do you think? I mean, we want our partners to make us happy. Right. But is it all on them? When you're looking for somebody, what does happiness entail?
Right. So I feel like for me, I can't speak for everybody, my partner doesn't solely have to make me happy. He just has to do things that complete me. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm going to make myself happy. You know, I can do all the things that I need for myself to be done, but you're going to give me an extra added benefit of happiness. You know, I'm not going to rely on you for things to make me happy, but you're going to do things that is going to add to my happiness, if you get what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Just speaking on past experience, I was in a relationship with someone who depended on me for their happiness, and it didn't work. Because I can't make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like you depending on me to make you happy, but that's not my goal. Mm-hmm. You have to be happy within yourself.
Within your own spirit.
Add to whatever it is that you need, you know. So I feel like you shouldn't depend on your partner to make you happy, but they can be an extra added benefit to your life.
Yes, they can bring those extra qualities into the relationship. Right. You know what I mean? Because if you're a miserable person, I mean, I don't know how you expect me to make you happy. And some people are miserable. Yes. Like, that's a miracle. Yes. Okay? Yes. And we find ourselves in these relationships when nothing you do can satisfy that person. Yes. Like, you have issues and problems that should have been worked out prior to us getting into this relationship because you're asking things of me that you can't even deliver yourself. Like, I mean, at what point, you know, what are we asking from our partners? Right. And on what level, you know?
For me, it's, I'm genuinely happy. So,
you are.
Yeah, I'm genuinely happy, and I tend to make my partners happy. Now, I'm currently in a relationship with a partner who is a bored person generally.
Uh-huh.
So happiness to him is let's watch a movie. That's not so much happiness for me. Happiness for me is let's have company over, let's make drinks, let's do this, let's do that. So
Because
I
you're
make
social.
yeah, and it's
Mhm.
that's what's make me happy. Where he's not a social bug.
Yeah,
So it's
he's
like,
an introvert.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can have a house load of company, and he'll say, "Well, do you want me down here? Can I sit in the room?" You know, because he's just not.
Right.
You know, where I'm like, if you want to sit in the room, sit in the room, because I'm happy.
Right.
And I'm going to be happy with my
Exactly.
friends around, and we're going to drink and do karaoke, and all of that makes me happy.
Yes.
So
You know how to make yourself happy, even when
Yeah.
nobody else is, because you're not dependent on this person per se to make
Right.
you happy. Because you, like Moni said, I know how to make myself happy.
Right.
Yeah, that's yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think when you mentioned that question and listening to the ladies' responses, I don't know why a roller coaster came to mind. Right? That's what life is, like
Yeah.
the highs and lows and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, nobody covers this roller coaster. Nobody covers it. Like it weathers every storm together. But then when I get passengers on there, you, like you said, you're an addition.
Right.
Boom, I'm cool by myself or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't need you necessarily to complete me, but you can add to this fun if you
Yes,
want to.
right.
But regardless, I'm going to
And
do
we
what
can
I'm
have
gonna
fun
do.
together because I'm already having fun. I'm already doing me. Now it's something added when you come along, and then I have someone to share the happiness I'm already having with.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really know what they want in life.
Right.
And so they get into relationships with people that know, and that's an issue for them. Then they start to drag you down. Do you messing my happiness up now? Because I was cool because you're miserable and you don't know what you want. I know what I want and I'm going after what I want. You putting a damper on this.
Right.
Misery loves company.
You putting a damper on it. So
Could you imagine being with somebody that is miserable and you're doing everything in your power to try and make them happy, but it's not working because they're just that miserable person, sort of.
because it's a spiritual
narcissistic.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing. And that's going back to mental health and all of that.
Absolutely.
That's going back to making sure you're okay. If you're making sure that you're okay and you're healthy in your spirit, that's mind, body, and soul.
Be mindful of people that say, "Oh, you don't make me happy anyway." You know,
Yeah.
they were relying on you
To make them
them
happy.
happy.
Wow.
But in all reality, they were never happy with themselves.
Right.
You know, so that's bad in itself. A lot of the times you go into a relationship and that person not happy with themselves, so it becomes a strain on the relationship because they're looking at you for the happiness that they will never
And they
find.
can't understand how you're happy.
Right.
You know,
And they
you
won't
could be
believe
single
it.
and they don't. Yeah, they. I mean, what you
can you
happy
be?
about? You going
Yes.
around singing and this and that because I'm enjoying life.
A lot of that is secrets too that's being held. Like
Yeah.
some men or women
Or
that
women.
have been raised in perhaps by a schizophrenic or someone they're
In a certain
sad
type of way.
because they had a sad childhood and they harp on what they had, they don't see what they have. So because of what happened in the past, they can't get through it.
Right.
You know?
And that's true because I'm just going to throw this out there. We were all somewhere, and it was like a couple of families that were out there, and this one person we were playing games, and we were laughing and joking and all of that. So one of them left and went into their room. So everybody was like, "What's wrong with that person?" And then the person said, "Yeah, they have a lot of family dysfunction. They don't even understand this.
Right.
Like we're all having togetherness, having fun and loving on each other, and they don't know what that is.
Right.
And so part of it is like a little jealousy, I would think,
Yeah.
and them wishing that
they
dealing with that hinders them from getting on with life.
Right.
So they're unable to get on with life, and they're stuck there.
And they're content there.
And sometimes you
all
can
they
see it
know.
and you're sad for them. And like Moni said, you will try to do whatever you can. Like, come on. And, my family is your family. Come on.
Right.
And it's still, like, sometimes it's still not enough.
Exactly.
That's
When
true.
they're a miserable person, it's like nothing you can do or say to make them happy.
Right.
They're never satisfied. Anything that you do is just never good enough.
And it's going to be your
because
fault.
it's-
And it's going to be your
because they're innerly unhappy.
Mhm.
You know?
And they're looking for all the things that we do that are wrong
Mhm,
or that don't contribute to making them happy. Well, you
Right.
did this and you did this, but we're human. And that's and I do that, but I'm still happy.
Right. That's because that's an unhealed soul.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
unhealed.
Yeah.
So they want to put their trauma on you.
Every time my cousin calls me, she'll say, "How are you doing, Dane?" I'm like, "I'm good, always excellent and in good spirits."
Yeah.
It's the same script you're gonna get. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm alive. It's better to be seen and not viewed.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
True happiness starts with self first, like you were saying. Whatever. You treat yourself nice, talk nice to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dress up. Where you going? Out.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. My ex used to be mad at me. I was
Have
looking
a
in the
date with
mirror.
me.
Michael Jackson's my favorite verse. I'm starting with the man, but I'll say the woman in
Yeah.
the mirror.
Yes.
And I'm asking her to change her ways.
Yes.
Because it only starts within you.
It starts within
You know, so now why are you doing that? Because I have to work on me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm glad I did because I know you weren't for me.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
it's a lollipop
It is.
out there.
It is.
And with men, it's a growth thing with men.
Yeah.
You know, you never know
Mhm.
how long it's going to take them to realize what happiness is. You know, for
And they
them-
may not in this lifetime.
Mhm.
You know, while life keeps going, and you've been there, and you're counting the years. Okay, I've been with you. What, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's not getting any better. And a lot of times they won't get better with you.
Right.
They might go with somebody else
and get
and get better,
Yeah.
but not with you for whatever reason. The
And the crazy
chemistry,
thing is,
the you know, you didn't mesh. You weren't yoked up like that. But this
Right.
next person might can
and you
take it from there.
could've
You know
trained
what I mean?
them.
Because
You
all they
could've
doing is
trained
taking
them.
it from there.
That's it.
train them to be better
Yeah.
for the other person.
Yeah,
so
you
they
did.
wouldn't give it to you,
No.
but they gave it to that other
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
All the stuff you was asking for, asking them,
And hello.
they couldn't do it.
Amen.
They didn't want
Amen.
to do it because
It's real. It's real. It's real. Okay, audience, now let us know how you feel about this. Like, is it up to you solely to make your partner happy? Should they have a certain level of happiness already? Or are you one of those people? Let us know. Let us know. And we'll be back in a minute. Coming to us with our health tips for today is Moni with Moni's Health Tips.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is your girl Moni with another segment of My Health Matters. So today I want to talk to you guys about the importance of being mobile. You know, ever since COVID-19 hit, a lot of companies and corporations have decided to not open their doors and have offices anymore. So now we're stuck with sitting at home and working from home. So you're stuck behind the desk all day and doing the work for this corporation. But guess what? You got to take time out for yourself. So in between those phone calls or whatever it is that you're doing, get up, get mobile, get up out your seat, guys, because it is time to move around and save our health, because that is the most important thing that we have. So I encourage you, if you, before start work, if you get up early, put on a short YouTube video. There's plethora of exercises that you can do right in the comfort of your own home. In between your breaks, you can take a walk, 5-10 minutes, you know. Don't sit there and not be mobile, because our hearts need it, you know. This is the time where strokes and everything, they're silent killers. And we need to, and not only be mobile, you want to eat healthy too, right? So that's another topic. But get up out that chair. Get up out your seat. Move around. Stand up. Shake your arms. Walk in place. Get mobile. Save your heart. All right? I encourage you to do that. And I am not a licensed professional health provider, but I'm just giving you tips on things to make you healthy. So get up, move around. And this is your girl Moni on My Health Matters. And I'll see you next time.
Up next is Tammy's Spotlight. I'm wondering who she has for us today. Okay, interesting.
Hey fam, it's your girl Tam, and today I got for you Lamar Bryan. Lamar is a gospel singer. Actually, he just released his first CD, or his first single, I believe. But let me tell you, when I met Lamar, it was at a fundraiser, a gospel fundraiser. And he began to sing, and I don't know what was going on in me, but it brought me to tears. You hear me? His voice is so angelic. and his presence is so anointed. And this guy just, he wooed me, okay? So now he's available for events, and whether they're a private event or a church event, something faith-based. He is a gospel singer. But I just need you guys to just hear him. Just hear a little bit. I'm only going to give you a sample now because you guys to reach out to this brother. And when you reach out to him, remind him or let him know that you saw him here on Let's Talk About It. Now, at the end of his clip, you'll see the information on how to contact him. Look, he blessed my spirit, and I hope that he blesses yours. All right, peace out.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never failed me all my days. I've been held in your hands from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. I will sing of the goodness of God. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. Here's another one. Great is your mercy towards me, your loving kindness towards me, your tender mercies I see day after day, forever faithful towards me, and you're always providing for me. Great is your mercies I see day after day. Great is your mercy towards me, your loving kindness towards me, your tender mercies I see day after day. What's another one? Something about the name Jesus. It's something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name I know.
Let's ask Miss Sandra.
Hello. Thank you all for joining Miss Sandra on another segment of Ask Miss Sandra. I appreciate you, and we appreciate you so much for tuning in to Let's Talk About It. We definitely have a fan base, and I thank you all. You're very encouraging to the ladies here at the show, and we appreciate you. Now, before I get into the question of the day for Ask Miss Sandra, I'm going to tell you how this came about. So I have a friend, a few of them, right? And she texts me and she's like, she says my real name. And she says, I just have a question because she and her friends were debating about something. And it was on the lines of when you're married or when you're in a relationship with someone and God forbid they get into an accident and become disabled, what do you do? That's pretty much where it was. I can honestly say this. So the height of intimacy is communication. A lot of people think it's the physical aspect. And the physical aspect is good and wonderful. We all love to be touched and love to be loved, I hope. Right? But it's communication, you know? When I was younger, my mom would say, and I don't know if this was a song or a quote, and she would say, "What are you going to do when the bed breaks down?" And she would also say, there is more than one room in the house than the bedroom. There's the bathroom, there's the kitchen, living room, dining room, den, etc. But the point is, what are you going to do when the physicalness is no longer there or it's diminished? What holds you? We live in a day and time where people can't communicate. They don't know how to communicate. We're so busy looking down on our cell phones, that the act of communicating, it appears to be at an all-time low. So either we're quieted, we're ignoring people, or we're engaged in our, social media, or we're just looking at ourselves, for the next dance challenge or what have you. But when you're in a relationship, it should be about you and that other person, right? Traditionally, I know nowadays people are into polygamy and stuff like that. But it should be you and that person. And I think getting to know that person slowly but surely is wonderful. You just need to take one day at a time. And I know I may be going off on the Richter and you're like, what are you talking about? You're not even close to addressing the question that your friend had you. But if you listen real closely, right? Here's the thing. If it's communication, it's the height of communication. Like, I love this person, I enjoy our intimate moments and times together. And you have a significant other and they become disabled in an accident. Are you going to be there? I mean, permanently disabled. Or short, but permanently disabled. Are you going to be there? Are you ready to take on that challenge to say, no matter what, right? If it's for a married couple, it's, for good or for, better or for worse. Are you ready to, make your home wheelchair accessible? Are you ready to clean up after this person and feed this person if you need to do that? And you will find that a lot of people aren't ready for that. They just aren't. There was a time in my life, there was a person that I would consider, I love this guy so much that if he got hurt in an accident, I would do that. But would I really? But see, our communication was just so much on point that I loved talking to him. He loved talking to me. We just genuinely loved each other's presence. So I would answer my friend, or rather I did answer her by stating that if you really love the person, come hell nor high water, you would stick it out. So that's all my point. And if you choose to walk away, there's that too, because it's a lot of responsibility. I would say this, that the Bible says that Jesus loved the church so much that he was willing to die for it. And he did die for it, right? It also says, husbands, you should love your wife as Christ loved the church. I'm going to just help you connect the dots. If the Bible, for those of you who believe, right, says husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church, and we all know that Christ died for the church, how many of you are willing to die for your husband? How many of you are willing to die for your wife? It's just something to think about. So when you're selecting or choosing a partner, make sure you have these deep conversations. Make sure the communication is on point and find ways to communicate. It doesn't come easy for everybody, Sometimes you can say something in front of a crowd of people that you can't say to one person in a room by yourself, right? So think about that. I hope this helps you. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Ask Miss Sandra, and there is more to come. And we're going to get into it, and we're going to talk about it.
Here we are again at the end of another episode. What a great topic. We were glad that you were able to join us. And my prayer for you is that you stay encouraged, that you love on you, you get yourself healthy, mind, body, and spirit, and don't give up.
And remember, if you have a talent that you'd like to have showcased on the show, hit us up and let us put you in the spotlight.
Do you have something on your heart, your mind, your chest? Write into the show so we can talk about it.
And yes, we loved having you here. So if you're looking for us, remember, our name is our address.
And we'll see you next time on
Let's talk about it.